Will we ever get a 12-team college football playoff? Maybe not. Let's talk about it. What is up, college sports fans? Fellow members of Mountaineer Nation, this is Couz, and welcome to another edition of Couz's Corner, where you come in, sit back, relax, be yourself, and let me pour you out some top-shelf college sports content. As you can see, not in my studio once again. I'm on the road traveling, but I thought for this video I'd give you guys a little better background to look at. This is the window of my hotel room, as you can see. It's dusk here in Harrisonburg, Virginia. The sky looks beautiful this evening, and I wanted you guys to see it. College football playoff expansion. It's in the news again. Dennis Dodd from CBS Sports put out a good article about it recently, basically stating that Bob Bowlsby, Greg Sankey, and others are concerned that we may never get it because they think we may have missed a window. Now, the current CFB contract isn't up for 4 more years, so it sounds like a long time, right? They have a long time to work out their differences, but here's the thing. They actually don't have 4 years. They only have 30 months. The reason for that is because they have to come to an agreement before they get into the negotiation window with ESPN for a new contract. ESPN has to know what they're negotiating for. They can't go into a negotiation without a plan if they want a new TV deal with ESPN or any other network for that matter. So 30 months, still a long time, right? Well, we've seen how fast things change in college football, and it's probably going to continue to change as fast, if not even faster. But Greg Sankey made a statement, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said basically, if they're waiting on things not to be chaotic, then it's never going to happen. It's like the old saying goes when you're talking about getting married or having children, some big event in life, and you use the excuse, well, we got to wait till we're in better shape or have more money or things like that. That day may never come. And that's the same way with this here with college football playoff expansion. By the time 30 months is up, we could be looking at college football players getting paid by the universities to play football. Or at least guys who are unionized and can collectively bargain, which means the players would then be sitting down at the bargaining table with the commissioners, the athletic directors, the presidents. Do we really want that to happen? Now, as a fan, probably not, but from the right thing to do perspective, that's probably the right thing to do. After all, the players are the ones out there getting the injuries, doing the conditioning, lifting the weights, going to the practices, putting their bodies on the line, so maybe they should have a say in it. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Other things could change as well. You look at TV contracts will be up. The Big Ten starts their TV contract. The Big Ten's new TV contract will be negotiated in 2024. There are some people saying that the Big Ten could be the first conference to get a $1 billion per year TV deal. Think about that. If they're getting a $1 billion per year TV deal, does that give them any reason to need that extra revenue from an expanded CFP? Maybe not. Maybe they don't need it. And maybe they dig their heels in even deeper to fight against expansion. Then you've got the SEC getting ready. They're coming up on they've already agreed on a $3 billion deal, $3 billion 10-year deal with ESPN that will start in 2024. So you've got that coming up. So that takes away, they might lose their passion to expand the playoffs. Heck, Greg Sankey said that he's happy with it being at 4, but he's been open to others in the room who wanted 12 and has agreed to do it. He's ready to do it. He may not be ready to do it in 2024 or when that 30-month window is up. He may not want to expand then because he'll have Texas, he'll have Oklahoma. He may not need it. And think about this. There's a new NCAA Constitution getting ready to be written. We may have less conferences in FBS or heck even less teams in FBS by the time this 30-month window rolls around. So there might be less teams to play for a playoff spot by that point. We might only have 2 conferences left. We might only have the Big Ten and the SEC remaining in FBS Power 5 or whatever you want to call it by that point. There might not be a Power 5 by then. Think of all the things that could change between now and a 30 months time. Not to mention the crap we're dealing with NIL and transfer portal. That stuff's not going away anytime soon. And not only that, are they even going to be able to come to an agreement? I mean, heck, you've got them disagreeing. They can't. The Pac-12 doesn't want to lose the tradition of the Rose Bowl. You know, yeah, they're worried about player safety and longer scheduling, and that's a legit concern. I'm not saying it's not, but then you've got, you know, all the other issues that they're disagreeing on. Some want 8 teams, some want 12 teams, some want automatic qualifiers, some don't. I mean, they can't seem to agree on anything. So I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever get to a 12-team playoff. We're not going to get calmer waters than we have today. Even though the waters aren't calm in college sports today, it's not going to get any calmer, folks. And with each passing day, it's going to get even harder. And that's not me saying that. That's Greg Sankey, it's Bob Bowlsby, and the others that are actually involved in these discussions saying that. So I think they better strike while the iron's hot. They better get a deal done, and they better do it soon because time is running out and the clock is ticking. But heck, for those, maybe we're better off not rushing it. Maybe we are better off waiting. I mean, heck, we decided national champions by polls for 62 years. BCS lasted 16 years. By the time the contract runs out, we'll have to be at a 14 playoff for 12 years. So maybe we need to wait longer. But as a fan, I want to see a bigger playoff. But is this one of those be careful what you wish for scenarios? Will we be biting off more than we can chew for the sport? Bowl games and the regular season are already diluted now. They would be even more diluted potentially if we get to a 12-team playoff. So I actually see both sides of this argument. I want a 12-team playoff as a fan of it, especially as a fan of a team who's going to be hard to may not ever see the playoffs at 4 teams as a West Virginia Mountaineer fan. So I want to see 12 teams as a fan, but would the sport be better off staying where we are at 4? Who knows? Time will tell. But if they want to expand it, they need to get to work. Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the better view I was able to give you tonight. I'm sorry about the movement. I'm actually holding my camera because this hotel room I'm in is not really set up to do this. But anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you got something out of it. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. If you liked what I had to say, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to share this with all your college sports loving friends. And until next time, Q Country Roads.